According to political theorists, one of the major problems, of course there are many of them, with governing people is that of whom you get to do it or who manages to get people to let them do it to them, if you understand what I mean. The ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, has let all the dogs out in a manner of speaking. With 16 days to go to its national convention, an unexpected change of guards took place, rocking the foundations of the party. Today, we can confirm that Governor Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna State insists President Muhammadu Buhari instructed Governor Abubakar Sani Bello of Niger State to take over APC leadership. Again, 19 other governors endorsed it. Paul, you are not surprised, or are you?
I'm not surprised. It was going to happen. There had to be some form of sanity. APC had become a kind of rudderless boat. And I said to myself that it's only APC that can defeat APC. Because if you look at what is happening in Nigeria, we only have one opposition party that has not, that some people believe that it's actually the personal property of the man that holds sway in Rivers State. It's a party that has not got...
Debatable. Go on.
Yeah, of course. But we all know that it's not a... for now, it's not... Anything can happen, but it's not positioning itself yet as a formidable opposition party who is ready to take over from the APC. The other parties that we have are seasonal parties. They wake up election time and then they go to sleep. Now,
is that charitable?
Well, but that's the reality. I have to be blunt.
Okay, it's all right.
Okay. Now, well, you see, the truth of the matter is that Buni was having it all good, okay, until for some reason, inexplicable reason, it appeared some people had another agenda. I don't know if Buni was part of those orchestrated agenda or was a victim, as Governor Nasir El-Rufai described him. According to Governor El-Rufai, he said the president clearly gave 3 directives. One of the directives was that, okay, that they should go ahead and inaugurate the state executive chairman. Yeah, exactly. And then they should give notice for National Executive Council to meet. And then none of that happened. And then they got wind that there was a backdoor
arrangement.
That's an ex parte order that had been given, and nobody knew about it. So it was inevitable that they had to do something. However, all of these things that have been done, there's still something. The National Executive Council, the committee of the party, has to ratify it, because Buni was chosen by the neck
of the party.
Yeah, but from what we see, 19 governors are behind the man in Niger. And and it appears that well, it will be ratified and the party will be saved.
Add the man in Niger to the list. Say 20 governors.
Okay, 20 governors. Yes. So it's very good that they are doing this. Otherwise, APC will just burn itself. Oof. And to keep that party from burning itself, some measure of decorum and sanity has to be brought in. Yeah.
BC, you know, I said in my opening bit, the dogs are out. All the dogs are out. So, but you know, Winston Churchill said, in politics, you are killed once. In war, you are killed many times.
Wow.
No, sorry, in politics, you are killed many times.
Many times in war.
In a war, you are killed once.
Wow. Well, I'm not sure this is the end of the whole thing.
Well, as the Americans say, we ain't seen nothing yet.
I don't think so, because I don't see the Buni camp also keeping it cool. Already, I heard something about them trying to go to court to challenge what is happening right now. And if that happens, it's going to also complicate issues for the APC. And unfortunately, this is going to continue to take a toll on governance. Yeah. Because for some time now, I don't think we have really, the people in power have really faced governance as they should because of party politics. As a matter of fact, I remember Governor Buni more for what he does for APC than what he does for his state.
Yeah.
And you just wonder what kind of politics are we.
Yeah, but that is choice. He made a choice.
He made a choice which shouldn't be, because he wasn't elected to work for APC. He was elected as a governor to work for Yobe State.
BC, except that you are crying more than the brave.
Well, because I'm a Nigerian
and a reporter,
and I just say what should be, you know. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that there is no way these things don't have impact on governance, even at the national level. And I'm just imagining that APC, it would have been better if the leadership of APC is not standing aloof. But I think the leadership, I don't want to mention who the leadership is, has been standing aloof. And that has probably affected the decay in that party up to this point. Because I do not believe that an individual should be very powerful as to hold the destiny of a party in its hands so strongly as we have been seeing all of this time, and I don't think that is right.
Paul, are you surprised that in this melee, in the mix-up, the secretary to the Buni board, Senator Akpan Odoide, is saying, I have not resigned though.
But what?
I'm still a bona fide member of the executive.
Well, by the time the NEC ratifies the decision of the governors and the CECPC as constituted now, I probably will be saying another thing. But I can't rule out what BC said about somebody somewhere going to court, because we have seen that happen. You know, the convention is coming up on March 26th. It's even possible for somebody to go and get
16 days.
Get 16 days. Get some kind of court injunction in the night of 25th. We've seen that kind of thing happen before. But I think, you know, there's something that Governor El-Rufai said, which I think that if they pursue it, it will be very fine. Reconciliation. It's also possible to go to the person or persons that initiated that court proceeding, you know, and say, please, why don't you just withdraw the substantive suit? You know, it's possible to because at this time you don't need what do you call it? You don't need war. It's Jojo, you know, going to see, if this convention does not hold on March 26th, it's not likely to hold anytime soon, because Ramadan starts the next day. Yeah. And Ramadan is going to be, they're going to lose probably a month. You know, before they start talking about
that's it.
What's it called now? The convention again. So it is in the interest of everybody. People must just learn to.
But are you sure? Don't you remember a Senate president in this country danced the previous day and the next day he was off? So anything is possible in Nigeria.
I agree. That is absolutely. I agree with that. Lots of theatrics, lots of drama. Yeah. You know, ridiculous injunctions and all sorts. Yeah. We have seen all of this happen. This is Nigeria, where you have the theater of the absurd. You know, but what I'm trying to say is that it is in the interest of everybody in the APC. Everybody in the APC, no matter which camp or faction you belong to, is in it. No, I'm saying, you see, winning the president, winning elections is serious business. That's why I said APC can defeat itself. Even if it is true that no other party can defeat, if it is true that no other party can defeat it, now APC can defeat itself, burn itself. So that is why all of the interests have to come together. You have to subject your personal, your selfish interest to that of the party. What is the interest of the party? To continue in power. I guess, I believe that is the... I'm sure APC doesn't want to lose any state. Rather, APC want to gain more states. I'm sure APC doesn't want to lose Senate seats and all of those legislative seats, even the presidency. So if that is the interest of the party, if that is what everybody in the party wants, why not just drop your interest, you know, or do some negotiations.
Play ball.
Play ball, exactly.
Allow the show to go on.
Exactly.
Because when the dogs are on the street, there's wahala. You know,
actually, APC, I wouldn't blame APC. You know how many parties came together to form APC? I think about 7.
Four when I counted last.
4. Okay. Now, all of them have their different interests. You counted 4, but there are also individuals that
but this is not to play down the carpet crossing and all that.
So what I'm trying to say is that all of them have different interests, and that is normal in politics. But I guess what happened is that they did not align their interest in the interest of the or they did not look at the big picture. Everybody is busy pursuing personal interest, and that is
natural.
That is actually the problem here, and that is why it seems as if the party has been in crisis almost in the last.
A political theorist said
years.
once, "Never underestimate the power of human stupidity." Paul, you have heard the statement from Napoleon Bonaparte. In politics, stupidity is not a handicap. But let me take a call. Fidel is reaching us from Owerri. Fidel, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. I want to say that this is a very wrong time for APC and its leadership to think of removing the chairman of the caretaker committee and other people who suffered, to make sure that the party remains stable. This APC is faced with so many crises to the extent that what it requires now is just anything that will make the people have internal democracy, have confidence in the leadership of the party, manage and have a convention that will be acceptable to everybody. Anything short of this, we mean doom for the party. All I'm trying to say is that from what is happening in APC, and considering the problems it had passed through, what it requires now is bringing people together, making sure you maintain.
All right, Fidel, many thanks. It's only natural, Paul. Fidel, perhaps, who knows, might be an APC apologist or supporter. It is his right.
It is his right to hold his view, but I actually disagree with him. Because if I work for the party, and then you are now seen to be working against the party with a few governors. I saw a statement credited to Governor Kedolu. He described those governors, I'm using his words, as Yahoo governors.
Those governors who on the other side,
he described them as Yahoo governors. The majority of don't forget something, governors are very powerful. I don't think even Buni will want to swim against the tide for so long. He is a governor. He is one of them. He is in the Progressive Governors Forum. Yeah. If he does the initial gra-gra, I think he is going to definitely play ball later. He is their friend. He's their friend. He's been together with them. So he needs the party. He needs the party.
And the party at this point needs him.
Well, the party needs everybody. But if somebody is working against the interests of the party, you see, no individual should be greater than a party. That is the rule. No individual should be greater than the party, just as nobody should be greater than Nigeria. Yeah. So you can't be working against the interest of the majority of your colleagues and then you expect them to just keep quiet. Suddenly they discovered a court injunction which they were not aware of, which you allegedly was aware. Your lawyers were aware of it, and you said nothing. The man said nothing to the party. They did not know. In fact, they heard the rumor. They had to go through some channels to get the copy of that ruling.
Yeah.
And then you expect them to keep quiet, and then not to remove him. No, what do you expect?
BC, at a time like this, you are looking at the women's folk in APC. You think they can't bring a little twist to the tail?
Well, not now. I don't think so.
Not for the moment.
I don't at the moment, because it's not something that they.
So all this talk about you people breaking the bias, now just free talk.
No, be saying na free talk.
Yeah.
Just that it's a process. Okay. And I don't think that process has matured enough for them to actually do something that is different from what is going on right now.
Yeah.
And I also don't think that they have the number to also get that done. You see, I don't think they have enough supporters in our men in the party to actually get that done. Otherwise, the women could have just...
Even women are not supporting women. That's the truth.
You know, why I said women is because they say the thing begins from what they call pillow talk. When Oga and Madam, they for pillow.
Yeah, but there are many pillows in this case now.
Okay.
And when you have many pillows and the talks are many, it can even cause another level of confusion.
Oh boy.
So I think we should even remove the pillow talks from this crisis so that we don't complicate the matters. But talking about women not supporting themselves, do all men support themselves too?
No. So, you know why?
If you ask Paul,
I'll give an example. I'll give you a very good example. There was a Sarah Jubril in this country who was contesting for the presidential primary of PDP. I think she had only 1 vote.
Yeah, she voted
herself.
She voted herself.
Where were the women?
Oh, you expected her not to have voted for herself?
But she ought to have campaigned now.
Yeah.
No, she did campaign.
No, you campaigned, I campaign, and I choose who I want to choose.
The truth of the matter is that
women are not quite ready.
Yeah,
politics. You're exactly right.
I don't think they are.
And the Nigerian woman are two different bedfellows, strange bedfellows. Oh, Bunga is joining us from Abuja. Bunga, sorry.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
The gentleman there and the lady. All that is happening in recent times, especially about this court injunction, looks surprising and strange to me, even though we have not heard from Buni. And I'm surprised that it is when Buni is not available to really tell us his own story that all this is happening. I begin to remind him, when you get an injunction against a party, you don't serve it to an individual. They will serve it to a secretariat. A secretariat has a legal department, he has a secretary, and there are 3 governors. I mean, Governor Oyetola and another governor from the Niger State governor, the person acting chairman. They run this committee, whatever they call it. And they say they don't have knowledge of that injunction since November. And I'm still hard for me to believe that it is when Buni is not around that all this happening. Because if you look at the way you have worked for
Benga, you know, you are 1/10 as befuddled as we are here, you know. Paul, you understand, they did it surreptitiously because the man is not in town. But if the man was in town and the #1 citizen had said, let the other man carry on the show, would it have changed anything?
No, actually, the man himself handed over to Governor Sani. He handed over to him. Now, Governor Sani came up and said, let us implement the directives of
Mr.
President. He told the secretary. Secretary said, no. The secretary said, no. So the governors now went to the president and said, look, this is what is happening. President said, okay, let Governor Sani remain the chairman. So, you see, nobody is going to, that's impunity. That's recklessness. Now, if a court order was obtained, it must have been served on the, like the caller said, on the secretariat. It means probably some people received it and kept quiet about it.
Well, how could such a thing have come to the secretariat?
This is Nigeria. Anything can happen. You know, politicians
as it did in Ebonyi State.
Exactly. Politicians are politicians. You know, they have all the. You know, see, you may be a very plain-minded person. You know, but politicians are very deep. The Bible was describing politicians when it said the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it? You understand?
Yeah. Madam, but the party had inaugurated the subcommittees. You know, we are talking about zoning and all that. So, what's the place of that inauguration now? Well,
it will. You can see that even in the constitution of the committee now, the last one that the governor of Niger State presided over. Buni, Fani Kayode, and yeah, were removed. They were not part of it. So, which means that interest. We are seeing different kinds of interest.
But at this point, you are wondering if a man's interest would be bigger than APC's interest.
Well,
surprisingly,
and it's also interesting that the Buni that was such a powerful man yesterday has suddenly become a penny stock today, and you just, so it shows you that an individual cannot be bigger.
Good, and power is transient.
Exactly.
It's transient.
Yeah.
And again, democracy is not just the right to vote, it includes the right of all three of us here to live in a free and
absolutely
Wahala-free country.